Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with part 3 of live mode. I'm hoping to wrap this part of Omnisphere up in this video really, because there's only a little bit left to show, but this is a really deep dive now. It's going to get quite technical, so if there's anything that I do come across in my video or whatever that you don't quite understand, comment below and I'll do my best to explain in easy terms exactly what I did. Before I go on to the recording audio side of the live mode and how to route it within Cubase, I just want to pick up on how to record latch mode. And what latch mode means basically is if I select this patch and press latch and press it again and take my finger off the keyboard, it'll keep playing. If I disengage latch, it'll stop. Now, how can we automate this when we're busy playing? Now, the way I do that is if I right click on there and say MIDI CC learn rather than MIDI note learn, because if you do MIDI note learn, you've got to keep the note down, because if you think about it, a note is MIDI on, MIDI off, MIDI on, MIDI off, so it's going to send an on-off signal. It's not going to keep an on signal. So you need to choose a controller that will generate an on. Like I'm going to use sliders on my controller. I use an SL mix face. So if I do MIDI CC learn and slide my controller up, it'll stay on, and slide it down, it'll go off. And if I do the same for this one, MIDI CC learn up, MIDI CC learn up, MIDI CC learn up. So I'll only do 4 because we're not going to go into great detail here. And if I just move this down so I can actually see my record button, what I want to do is we're going to press record. Right, it doesn't matter if I'm in time or not, because if I press play now and take my hands off, nothing happens. But if I press play, if I switch latch mode on and press play and take my hands off, that keeps playing. I move on to my next sound, switch my latch mode on, and I'll chord of C minor. So I want that droning along, and then I'll move on to this one, switch this on, and we'll have some little luxuries at the top. And then I've had enough of the drone, so I'll turn that off. And there we go. Very quick way of turning latch mode on and off. All I will say is you've got to engage the latch mode before you press the note. If you press latch, if you turn latch on when you playing the note, nothing will happen because you haven't sent a MIDI note on signal to the latch. So if I do that and switch on latch and let go, nothing happens because I've not pressed another MIDI on signal to it. So if I press MIDI on now, it's going to record it. So little tip is basically play your note, switch on latch mode, play your note, move on to the next one, switch on latch mode, play your note. So if you're playing a sequence of notes, remember to put on the latch mode as you hit just before the note you're going to hit that you want to sustain. Hope that makes sense. So that's how we record latch mode. Now what I'm going to do here, I'll just get rid of that, is just move Omnisphere out of the screen for a minute, because what I want to do here is talk about how you're going to route the audio so you can record, instead of recording it as MIDI, record it directly as audio. And the way we're going to do that is by sending Omnisphere 1 to a bus. So if I say group channel to selected channels, I do that, and we get this little screen up here. Just move it so you can see it, and I'll call that Omnisphere bus. Okay, now what we need to do now is add an audio track, and we'll make sure you select stereo, and I should Why is it doing that? Audio inputs. I want to select Omnisphere bus as my audio input, and I'm going to go Omnisphere audio. Now if I select the monitor button and go back to Omnisphere, you'll see I get a sound signal, and what we need to do then is press record on there. Now if you want to record MIDI and audio at the same time, just record enable both tracks. If you just want the audio, disengage that one, and when we play, we get nothing because I haven't pressed the monitor. You need to, if you're going to disengage the record enable now, you need to also press monitor on that. So now if I latch that, I'm going to bring this into here so you can actually see more what's going on here, and I'm going to then latch the next one, and I need to make sure I am selected on that. And we'll stop recording. And what you have here, if I just move Omnisphere out of the way again and just move this across a bit more so you can see, we've actually got the audio recorded from what I've just done. So if I just play from here, oops, sorry, take monitor off. So we've got the Ashland bass beat. Then we get Death from the Sky, see? So there we go. We have successfully recorded the live session of Omnisphere as audio, directly as audio. Now if you wanted to do audio MIDI, all you need to do is, like I said before, record enable that. So I'll just clear that out of the way, and we come back to this, and I just press record now. Just set that back to Ashland. So Omnisphere, I moved it off the screen so you can actually see what's happening with these tracks here. So if I put, sorry, schoolboy error, engage latch mode. I want Death from the Sky. Now I've got that nice going. Getting a bit of an ambient soundscape now. And there we go. That is how you record the live mode in Omnisphere directly to audio, or audio and MIDI at the same time, and also automate your latch. So hopefully that video wasn't too complicated what I actually set out for you, and you can pick the bones out of what you need to do with it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if there's anything that I did that you don't follow or want a bit wider explanation on, comment below, and either I'll explain to you in words or I'll do another demo video if it's easy to explain via just show and tell rather than just telling. And if you will enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and spread it around the internet, spread it around to you Omnisphere friends, and let's all learn together. So I'll catch you in the next one.